nearly afternoon. We are, is it 11? Oh, actually
Yes,
it's 11:07 already. Welcome to the Health Station. For those of you tuning in for the first time, my name is Carla, and as usual, Onion is here with me.
Yes, good morning.
In the studio, and we are back with some new material, some new topics, some new engaging conversation about your health, our health, everybody's health, Nigeria's health, but more specifically about your responsibility towards learning something new every day. We're here for that. We're here to mediate that. Welcome to the show. So without further ado, let us go straight to the facts. Health 101.
It's time for Health 101 with Carla.
All right, first fact of the day on Health 101. We've got good news and we've got bad news, but I'm going to give you the good news first.
Okay.
All right, suicide rates. Numbers have come up again from the World Health Organization. Suicide rates have actually declined in the past
yay.
years.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good actually. However, one person still kills themselves every 40 seconds. 40 seconds
That's a lot.
in the world, but that's still a lot, and that's according to the new figures from the World Health Organization. And according to them, here are some more facts. Worldwide, more men kill themselves than women. Okay, worldwide in general. All right, 7.5 suicide deaths per 100,000 women, although it's 13.7 suicide deaths per 100,000 men. The only countries where the rate for women is higher are officially, and those are the numbers, Bangladesh, China, Lesotho, Morocco, and Myanmar. So for those of you watching us on our Facebook page, Nigeria Info FM, you can also watch us live and see more on what we're displaying about the topics today. And if you are with us right now on Facebook or on our online platform, nigeriainfo.fm, you can actually see screening right now the map of the world map. I'm actually going to show you, Onion, so you can have an idea what it's like. That's actually from the World Health Organization. That's the latest we got, 2016, not too far away. And Nigeria, where does Nigeria stand? Well, not too good, I can tell you that.
Not so good from
More than
colours.
14 people per 100,000 population. So it's quite on the high side. And those are, the official numbers. You know that there are many unofficial cases that are not always reported. Suicide is still taboo, as we mentioned it a while back in one of our shows. 79% of the world's suicide occur in low and middle income countries. But high income countries have the highest rate at 11.5 per 100,000 people. So numbers. The point is, it's still around. We should be aware, and it's good to know. I mean, these are updates from the World Health Organization. So,
Beware.
yeah, beware. I don't know what to say, honestly. It's a subject on its own, but it's sad. Why? There are many reasons why. Suicide, we know, is linked to a mental disorder. Depression or substance abuse is most of the time the problem. There's no secret to it. And this link is mainly in high-income countries. The social pressure. Many suicides happen impulsively in moments of, crisis, with breakdown and the inability to maybe deal with everyday stress, the reality of how things are. It could be financial problems, it could be marital problems, relationship breakup, chronic pain, illness. Zainab just came into the studio. Hi, Zainab. I love it when people just bump in. They give me the big look that they can't scream, but they're saying
But
hello.
they're excited to see
and they're being
you.
discreet about it. So back to our suicide. You also have conflict, disaster, discrimination.
Yeah.
You have refugees who need to move from one place to another, discrimination for migrants, indigenous people. What else do we have? Gays, bisexuals, lesbians, transgenders. What else? So, and also prisoners. You've got many prisoners who commit suicide. You've got people who have had previous suicide attempts and who have decided to also commit suicide. So the cases are a lot. But one thing I'd like to point out, that this is very common in Nigeria. 20% of global suicides are due to pesticide self-poisoning.
Yes.
And you and I both
True.
know that there's a lot of this going on in
Yeah.
Nigeria, mostly in rural agricultural areas, because they're the low and middle, income places, specifically countries. People use a lot of pesticides, drink a lot of them. I've read about teenagers, university students here in Nigeria drinking a lot of that, pesticide poison, which they've been trying to ban from what I understood. They've been drinking up from one bottle to another, getting into a coma and dying by the time they rush them to the hospital. Hanging as well, firearms. So the case is there in Nigeria, as we said, and if you look back at the map, it's a high a high rate of suicide compared to other countries. So there are many other countries in Africa that have less than 5 per 100,000 population. So we're quite on the high side, and I just hope measures are taken to help out even more. So that's it for the first fact. Let's go for the next. You're so into this sound system,
so
you're like
into it.
pressing
My
all
hands
the
are moving
buttons.
so fast.
Fast is good. Fast is
That's
good
our
because we
cartel.
never have enough time. So we've mentioned the first fact of the day, second update of the day, and I want you all to listen out there because it includes you as well, Onion.
Okay.
And it used to include myself, but I actually stopped that habit. Thank God. I am officially free from that habit. Hundreds of thousands of people in a new study, and to be precise, 451,743 adults in 10 European countries. I'm giving you the names: Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. I just wish one day I could read a study about Nigeria, but that applies to us as well, trust me. So, hundreds and thousands of people in a new study have been linked to greater risk of premature death according to their higher consumption of what?
Soda?
Soft drinks.
How did I know?
By the way,
I
this includes artificially and naturally sugar sweetened drinks. So
wow.
nobody comes and tells me, but well, mine has artificial sweeteners. So there is no doubt, and this is something you all out there listening right now, yes, you right now, yes, should know. Most soft drinks pose a health risk, and this new research finds that just 2 glasses of soft drink per day, if you do this repetitively for a long period of time, this can raise your risk to an early death compared to if you are not drinking. I'm not saying you're going to die tomorrow, but it puts you more prone to have a premature death. Now, these are just observational studies. Many people will say, yeah, they have their limitations, but of course, this helps increase awareness about the dangers of sugar and soft drinks to the public consumption of such beverages, of course. So the data came from the European Prospective Investigation into Cancer and Nutrition. It's not just that something we read out of the blues. I hope that you take this seriously. And if you do have kids who drink a lot of soft drinks, now is the time to stop. As they're early in their age, trust me, the later on it gets more difficult to stop a habit. And that should start with yourself. Lead by example. And I did it myself. I used to drink occasionally soft drinks. I have stopped completely. I can say it's been since August. Thank you very much.
Superpower.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. So it can happen to all of you. You can decide and be committed. Anyways, we are going to go on a short break with, again, by Brimo. And we'll be back for some more Health 101.
Take my hand again. We'll never be lost again. I do it all again. I choose to be again. It gets dark and dark these days. Won't you shine your light again? Make me believe again. Darling, I know you see the wall may bring us down, you see. Won't you make it beautiful for we?
I just love that song. That's exactly what we need for a Friday to start off the weekend. It doesn't have to be
Whoosh, bash, bash.
you know?
Every time.
All right, so back to our Health 101 facts. So we're going for fact number 3, breakthrough in genetics.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
Interested.
First of all, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
All right. Do you know that 90% of the people are right-handed?
Mm-hmm.
And this has been the case for the last 10,000 years. Let me not
Wow,
put it
that's
this
a long
way.
time.
Yeah, that's a very long time. So finally, there has been a breakthrough. As I said, scientists have pinpointed regions in your DNA, your genes, that closely relate whether you're left-handed and right-handed, but they actually know which gene it is. So back in the days, not too long ago, they knew it was genetic.
Mm-hmm.
They knew that the genes were responsible for around 25% of the handedness, but they were never really able to pinpoint which
one it was.
gene. So they also linked this genetic difference with the connections between areas of the brain related to language. So left-handed people might be maybe more gifted, if I could say, or more lenient towards proper language, speaking better, eloquency. There's so many things you can relate to.
Too.
Well, no, mathematics, it's
No?
it's another language. It's a language on its own.
Because almost all the left-handed people I know
Really?
are so good in math.
Then maybe, I
there's that
guess,
saying that left-handed people are usually more intelligent than right-handed people.
Well, that's what they're saying, that, regions of language related features in the brain are connected to that gene that is also connected to left-handedness.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's something to do with it, but it's food for thought. So they analyzed 400,000 people in the UK, and 38,000 of them were left-handed. So it's good to know. Anyway, many famous people are left-handed. But I bumped into a picture of our president, Buhari. And one of the pictures shows him signing a contract or whatever it is with his right hand. And the other one, he's holding the pen with his left hand. So he might be both. Some people actually use both. I don't know.
Yeah, they
What
call
do you
them
think?
ambidextrous people. I think it's a great talent and one I would love to learn. I remember when I was younger, I used to try as much to teach myself to write with my left hand because I just thought it was really nice. But I mean, I still can't. I can try, but nah. It's nothing
You're a
compared to-
natural born right-handed
Exactly,
person.
I am.
By the way, they have an international day, left-handed people.
Did
Yes,
not
it's
know.
called the Left-Handers Day.
Oh,
It's
nice.
in August 13th. It actually passed
That's
through
not too
summer.
long ago.
So I wouldn't mind us having a right-handed day as well, but I don't think there
seeing
is
as
any.
majority of us
Yeah,
are right-handed.
90%. Hello. Anyway,
deserve one.
we're going to go for the next fact. All right. Why people gain weight as they get older?
Because your metabolism is reducing.
Well, yeah, there's something to it. What specifically? Because
Uh,
many people struggle when they gain weight. They're like, I was never like that, although I'm not eating more than before. I'm doing the same routine, but yet I'm gaining weight. Well, according to a study in Sweden, there's something called the lipid turnover in your fat tissue. And this lipid turnover decreases during aging. What's lipid turnover? Because many of you might be wondering, what? So, lipid turnover basically is the rate at which the fat in your fat cells is removed and stored. How fast? Because your body removes it to use it and sometimes stores it if you eat too much or eat too much carbs. So this rate, that speed, is actually slowed down by aging. And the scientists studied the fat cell in 54 men and women over the range of a period of 13 years. So they actually followed them closely. And it backs up the fact that one way to speed up your lipid turnover if you've gained weight and you're getting older is to just exercise a bit more. So increase the intensity of your workout or be more active than you were before, and then you can be able to control it. Of course, there are many other factors. Some people have hormonal factors. There are many other things that can influence your weight gain. We're specifically talking about lipid turnover. It is reduced by aging and it is confirmed.
Okay.
All right. So that's it for the facts. We are going to go straight to the tips after a break by Khalid, American Team. See you later.
teenager. And I'll be living this dream with you. We don't always say what we mean.
CARLA.
Welcome back from the break. For those of you tuning in right now, you are on the Health Station with me, Carla, and of course, Onyen.
Hello.
And we are here to go on our health journey with giving you more and more knowledge and thoughts to actually assess for the weekend and think, anything I can apply on myself, because you can always take a tiny little step for a bigger result when it comes to your health and benefiting your lifestyle. Anyway, we are back again, and for those of you who would like to watch what we have already done and have a repeat of our video, we are actually streaming live on our Facebook page, Nigeria Info, and you can always look back and watch the whole show from the beginning once we're done with the show. Actually, they can do it right now as well.
They can do it right now too.
Yeah, exactly. And we will be taking calls later to talk more about a very important topic coming up. But before then, we are going to start with the tips.
It's time for Tip Top Tips with Carla.
All right, these are mainly dental tips, if I can put it this way. So, your mouthwash. Do you use mouthwash?
No,
No,
actually, I
you don't. I don't actually. I don't like the taste of it.
It's been a while.
But many people do because, instead of brushing your teeth and,
hurting your gums.
eroding your gum, so you can actually use mouthwash when you're done eating. Your mouthwash. Well, there's a big link between your mouthwash and the benefits of your exercise.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? So, mouthwash, exercise. Where's the connection? What do you have to have a? What do you think the connection is? I want to.
I'm honestly thinking mouthwash and exercise.
What would you think?
Breath, breathing. I don't know.
In what way?
I mean, when you're exercising, your breathing is,
So if
and
you're
then
having mouthwash,
fresh breath. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, that's a good ad. That's a very good advertising idea. Well, no, my dear, that's not the case. So we're gonna go back to it. All comes back to the bacteria in your mouth. We know that bacteria lives on our bodies. Okay, it's on our skin. Very important for bacteria to stay on our skin. We have bacteria that live in our skin, and unfortunately people use the antiseptic soaps to wash themselves all over, which is wrong, because then you're destroying this good bacteria that lives in harmony in your skin. You've got the gut bacteria, you've got bacteria, the vaginal bacteria as well. You've got a lot of bacteria. You've got mouth bacteria as well. Now, bad guy, mouth bacteria. We know that for those of you who have gone to the dentist, you should brush your teeth to prevent any dental cavities, what have you. But studies also have been linked in finding associations between the bacteria in your mouth causing gum disease, esophageal cancer, respiratory health issues, dementia risk, colorectal tumors. The studies are there. Now, as bad guys, of course. So basically, they are the bad guys. However, a new study has come to light, okay, and the attention of health journals when it comes to oral bacteria, mouth bacteria. And here, they're actually the good guys. So that puts you in this dilemma. Should I destroy them? Should I not destroy them? Should I wait till after the workout? I'll tell you why. They play a very important role. They help us get the cardiovascular benefits that come with exercising.
Wow.
Mouth bacteria facilitate the blood pressure lowering effects of exercise and do so. The fact that they do that, the use of antibacterial mouthwash interferes with this process.
Because you're destroying
the bad bacteria supposedly, but now it's become good because it helps with the effect of the exercise. So, what's the lesson to take from this? Do brush your teeth, I beg you.
Please do.
But do not use mouthwash right after your exercise, because that short-term health effect of cardiovascular benefit that comes from the exercise shouldn't be interrupted. So once you're done exercising, don't go straight and mouthwash. Just wait a bit, let the exercise do its thing, and then after that you can maybe brush your teeth.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah. That was a funny tip.
How do you find your tips?
That was a really weird tip, wasn't it?
Very weird. Like, I never would have guessed.
Like, are you done exercising? Do not brush your teeth.
No mouthwash. Carla said no mouthwash, at least for an hour.
Yeah, but it's weird. So, yeah, there is a scientific explanation behind it, okay? And it's something to do with a chemical called nitrate.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to go more into details because it's a lot of words
Big
about
words.
it, but something called nitric oxide that is very important in the post-exercise response, and the bacteria actually help with that. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you more than that because then it's going to be too complicated. There's a chemical process where the bacteria helps facilitate the effect of exercise. So don't interrupt it, don't mouthwash, wait a bit, wait a few hours, then you can go and brush your teeth or mouthwash or whatever it is you want to do to destroy the bad guys, which were the good guys for maybe a few
minute,
hours, but now they're the bad guys again.
That's like that's using the back. That's
Yeah,
such
that's
an
like
abusive
yeah, that's
relationship.
politics.
Oh my goodness.
That's politics, my dear. Be the
If only
politician
they
for your
knew.
mouth environment. Yeah.
Only they knew.
Anyway, so we're done with the tapes, we're done with the facts. We are going straight to our topic. It's a topic that I think is of great concern nowadays. It's a new topic that's emerged for the past few years. It's still fresh, and it's called vaping. Have you heard of vaping? I mean, I'm sure you've maybe seen someone do it, but you're not maybe too sure what
No.
vaping is. All right, so in the past few weeks, you think you know it?
think-
It's getting there.
But let me hear you out first.
Okay. So, first of all, for those of you who don't know what vaping is, you've maybe seen people doing it, but you're not too sure if this is it, and you're going to go, that's what vaping is. So, vaping is when you're inhaling vapor that comes and is created by e-cigarettes.
Yes,
You see, there we
that's
go.
what I thought it was.
So if you're e-cigaretting out there, whatever it is your e-cigarette is, you are definitely vaping. I've had people telling me, but it's not the same. My e-cigarette doesn't have anything. I'm not vaping. Yeah, vaping and e-cigarettes are the same, and I'll explain why later. So in the past few weeks, more deaths have been reported among an increasing number of lung disease cases. That could be due to vaping. Now, according to the US officials, and we're talking about the US only, we're not talking about other countries where numbers are not officially recognized yet or cases are not there but haven't been recognized yet. So once again, these are numbers and data that we get from the US, but the same applies to any country. And Nigerians have increased their habit of vaping. I'm seeing more and more Nigerians. They're shifting from shisha to vaping. So the number of cases has gone up to 450 who have reported respiratory problems and lung disease because most probably of vaping. So the victims are generally healthy, and they're young. So it's not like they had a problem before, and they all complained of shortness of breath. And other symptoms included gastrointestinal problems, fever, fatigue, and weight loss. So once again, how do e-cigarettes work? Okay, what's the whole thing about vaping? You've got different kinds of e-cigarettes, but they all function basically the same way. So they are basically activated by a battery. Okay, they're battery powered, and they have like a filling tank, also known as a cartridge or a reservoir. And this filling tank holds a liquid, all right? And this liquid solution, also known as e-liquid or e-juice, is filled with liquid that contains nicotine, which is the addictive substance. Now, some people tell you, yeah, but mine doesn't have nicotine. But wait there. It's not just nicotine, flavorings and other chemicals. Depending on the brand, you have different kinds of chemicals. So it's not just, it's vapor, it's water, it's nothing. Okay, it is something you should know. Now, when a person inhales in the device, this triggers, the puffing actually activates the battery-powered device, heating device, to heat the liquid that is in the cartridge. And that liquid turns into vapor because of the heat. And this is what the person inhales, and that's how you see supposedly smoke coming out, but it's actually vapor. It's also known as aerosol. And that's why using e-cigarettes is called vaping.
Okay, because
So
that's
now it's
basically what the
clear.
person is doing.
Exactly. So you are vaping chemicals, you are inhaling chemicals, you are inhaling nicotines, you are inhaling artificial flavors. God knows what's in other brands that are maybe not very known and cheap for many people who really need, on a budget. So there are other names for e-cigarettes. You've got e-vaporizers, you have electronic nicotine delivery systems. Nobody uses that name, but that's the official name. You've got e-cigs, e-hookahs, hookah pens, vapes, vape pens, mods. I didn't know about that. It's more of a customizable, more powerful vaporizer
Okay.
for those people who are really out there, you know.
Okay.
Woo. Anyway,
That
they
high.
they come in different form as well. For those of you watching us right now, this should be displaying. They can look like the traditional tobacco cigarette. They can look like cigars if you usually, smoke a cigar, like pipe, like
Fancy looking
also like
Godfather
everyday
types.
stuff like the USB. They actually the USB memory stick. Many of them look like a
like
USB memory stick, like a pen.
You can move around with
Yeah,
it and no one
and I
would know.
not it's like it's a cool thing. It's a great marketing thing, by the way. They've really done a good
True.
job at it.
Packaging.
Exactly. So, but by the end of the day, these devices generally operate the same way. We have the filling tank, which is also known as the reservoir, the liquid inside. You heat it, you inhale it, the vapor goes in. Do you know there are more than 460 different types of e-cigarette brands in the market?
I have no idea.
460.
Are there as much cigarette brands?
I don't know.
I don't
but
think
they
so.
tell you, okay, what's the difference between e-cigarettes and cigarettes then? The only difference is, now of course cigarettes are not electrical, they're not chargeable with a battery, but there's no tobacco.
Okay.
There's
no
nicotine,
tobacco
there's
in.
no tobacco. And of course there are many more chemicals, but that doesn't mean that e-cigarettes is safe. It might be maybe less harmful, but they're not safer. They're not safe, basically. It's like the least of the bad, but it's still, the thing is, you're stopping a habit of smoking to start another habit of smoking. So you're not really fixing the problem, are you? Anyway, more of that to come. We will be going on a very, very short break. I am going to be eating up the next 15 minutes, although usually the show finishes at this time. But Onion gave me the green light.
Have it.
Thank you
It's
very
all
much.
yours.
We'll be back after another break. Breathe. Of course, don't breathe any vapor from any
breathe fresh
e-cigarettes. Yes. By Best featuring Simi.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it, you don't mind it, that I'm so flustered around you, trying to fight it. Please rewind it, this rough play, get part two. Oh, pretty baby, oh, let's just say, how'd you know the things to say? Oh, pretty honey, I'm in love with you, no matter what you do. I hope I don't forget to breathe, breathe, breathe. When I'm around you, when I'm around you, you don't do me straight. Tin, tin, tin. Up in the morning, thinking about you. Hope I don't forget to breathe.
Heard you're leaving early morning. Why don't we meet up in mile 2? I've been thinking instead of leaving, maybe we'll take this to part 2. Kilo de baby, why'd you have to go? Don't you see the pain I feel? Kilo de honey, I'm in love with you, no matter what you do. I hope I don't forget to breathe, breathe, breathe. When I'm around you, when I'm around you, don't do me strong. Tin, tin, tin. Up in the morning, thinking about you. Hope I don't forget to breathe, breathe, breathe. When I'm around you, when I'm around you, don't do me strong. Tin, tin, tin. Up in the morning.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Welcome
that one.
back. Welcome back to the show once again, to the last segment of the show. Unfortunately, we never have enough time.
No, we do
For
not.
those of you joining us right now, you can still catch up on what you've missed out on. And I can tell you it's a lot of surprising facts today, wasn't it?
Yes, a lot of wows.
Facebook page, Nigeria Info FM. Also, you can log on nigeriainfo.fm on our online platform. And WhatsApp us if you have any questions or topics you would like us to bring to the table for another session. 0809-597-5805. We've had people trying to call us. I am going to open the lines right now, but I will be continuing the topic on vaping. And I'd like to know what you guys have to say about vaping in Nigeria. Is it a trend that's getting into an addiction right now? Are people getting more addicted to it? Is it really a better option than regular, cigarettes? Tell me what you have to say. Ask questions. Raise any awareness you'd like to raise. 012770993 012770992. Why am I going backwards? 01277 sorry, let me put it this way. Once again, I'm learning them by heart, that's why. 01277 0993 01277 1993 01277 2993 01277 3993. I wasn't going backwards,
No,
was
you
I?
were not.
Exactly.
Now you got it.
All right, the lines are open, but we will be continuing on our topic of the day, which is vaping. Once again, if you've just tuned into the show, vaping is created by an electronic cigarette, an e-cigarette. It's also known as vaping devices. They're all out there in the market. Lines are on. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Who is on the line?
Hello, good morning. Okay, maybe he or she cannot hear us.
Yeah, there's a problem with the lines,
Yes.
I guess.
And
Hello.
This one is being screened, so
Maybe
we'll get
it's the
to
ringing.
you shortly. Oluwa Shion is being screened. We'll
So
get to
while
her
he
shortly.
or she is being screened, once again, 450 official cases that have been stated earlier due to vaping. So, lung disease, is it a real thing? Is it something that's going to be happening in Nigeria or already started? Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I've absolutely been enjoying all the weird and quite educative facts. Thank you so much for bringing them on.
Thank you so much for listening. Who's on the line?
My name is Oluwaseun.
Oluwa, how are you?
Pretty good, thank you. How about you?
We're good. We're good. We're
Welcome.
hoping you can bring in something interesting for the show today. Anything you'd like to contribute to?
Yes, definitely. So now we're talking about vaping, and you asked if you think there is an influx of it into Nigeria. I don't think it's as much as shisha. I know you're quite aware of that one. Vaping is not so much compared to shisha, but the truth is, either ways, they are all bad. Recently, the Center for Disease Control in America recorded about 2 or 3 cases of death by vaping.
Exactly.
So that means it is not good. Either ways, it still has its long-term complications. It is still smoke of some sort.
Well done. Well done for that statement. I hope everybody says the same thing as you.
Yes, either fancied or flavored, it is still smoking. So I think as long as it's some smoke coming into your lungs, please just stay off it because
Exactly.
it will have its complications.
Thank you so
yes.
much. Thank you, Olua. Thank you
Yes,
for
thank you,
contributing.
Oluwaseun,
And
for
thank you for
calling.
listening all the way.
Thank you.
So, as she said, you've got 3 cases confirmed. I thought it was a bit more. I might be mistaken. I'm going back to my... You've got around 3 cases, and those are the official numbers. But you've got like 450 official cases of lung disease. Due to that, not all of them are that, thank God. Yes, I am seeing that this is blinking. Onye. I just want to point one thing. They actually pinpointed what could be the cause, what chemical actually was the cause. But before that, let's just take the next caller.
Hello, good morning. Okay.
Sorry about
Apparently
that.
there's a problem with that
All right.
line.
So, latest news in the investigation, they found a link between vaping and severe lung illness. But basically, it was the lead what led to the discovery was that they found extremely high levels of a chemical known vitamin E acetate in nearly all cannabis-containing vaping products. I didn't continue about the vaping products. you have different types of e-cigarettes, different things you can vape from. You have marijuana, you have THC oil, which is the cannabis or hash oil, and other dangerous chemicals that are in the e-cigarettes. It's not just the same recipe of chemicals in each brand. So it all depends on what you're vaping. But for those who were using cannabis-containing vaping products, they found that there was this link, this association, this correlation between them and that specific chemical known as vitamin E acetate. Now, there's more ongoing investigation taking place. They're not going into jumping in many conclusions, but there's no doubt about it. Smoke going in is not really what you want.
good.
You know, there's always something in there. The only thing that you should take in is clean air, which is very rare nowadays. So don't add more stress to your body. Don't add more toxins. It's easier said than done. I know many of you out there are hooked, but then, you know, you were just asking, is it possible to just quit cold turkey? Yes, it is. It's not impossible. Yes, it's difficult. Depends what stage you're at, but it's not impossible. Definitely
Just
not.
stop.
Exactly. So 012770993, 012771993, 012772993, 012773993. More on vaping. There's a lot to say. You know, vaping for me is the same thing as cigarette. People say the same thing as shisha. I had clients coming and saying, so I had to fill a form, you know, see what it is, what's their health history. And I'd ask, are you a smoker? And just, no, I'm not a smoker, but I do smoke shisha. But then it's the same thing.
So yes,
Hello?
you're a smoker.
Hello? Please lower the volume. Please lower the volume so we can hear you. Hello?
Hello?
Please lower the volume, otherwise I'm going to have to hang up. Hello. We ask you please to lower the volume when we're taking your call, because we won't be able to listen to ourselves nor to you. It causes a lot of disturbance in the line. I know you would enjoy listening to yourselves, you know, on the radio, but then have someone record it for you if you want.
Exactly.
Please, we ask you to do that. Anyway, I see calls coming in, but we're not able to take all the calls. I don't know why.
And time is going.
Time is going. Time is nearly gone. And as you know, in Nigeria Info, we are always on time when it comes to the news in our shows. That's what we're famous for. And we are going to stick to that reputation. So I will leave you on a happy note for the weekend to come, on a sad note for those of you who are suffering from anything that has to do with addiction, whether it's any substance abuse, vaping, shisha,
phone
cigarette, your phone, social media, my God. But that's another topic. Thanks for joining in. We will be back with some new topics, some surprising, hopefully, facts for the week. Tips
Today's
as
facts
well.
were wow.
Yeah,
Well
definitely.
done.
And it's always nice to know things sometimes come out not how you expect them to, but you know, it's always nice to know. Onion, I'll see you next week.
Yes, I will.
Thanks for joining us. That was the Health Station once again.
That was Health Station with Carla. Health Station with Carla. Make it a date next week, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. More talk, news, and sports after this.